If you're looking for a new Football Manager experience, then today's video could be for you. We're going to be showing something that you can download for Football Manager that's going to make your game not only harder, but completely change your experience and also the whole look of Football Manager. So with that being said, let's run the intro and show it to you guys today. Hi everyone, Jake here for FMSCOUT. Welcome to today's video. I hope you're all doing well. It's going to be a quick one today. I just want to show you a new skin that a lot of people have been talking about on the FMSCOUT site. I was told to check it out for a potential video and I was really blown away by how it could potentially change the way you play Football Manager. So I'm going to show you all of that in a second, including how to install this skin. But first, if I could ask you guys to like the video if you do enjoy, subscribe for more and comment down below what your favourite skin of FM23 is. Now, let's start off by looking at this skin, which is the Musterman skin. And if you want to get to this page that I'm on right now, there'll be a link in the description. That'll take you to the FMSCOUT website where you can download this and a bunch of other skins as well. But the Musterman skin is pretty special because it's not the usual dark skins that you're used to. It's actually a light skin. Now, don't worry, this isn't the only thing about the skin that makes it interesting, but it does completely change the feel and look of the game, and I'll show you everything in game in terms of how it looks in a few seconds. But I also want to tell you about one of the most crucial features of this skin, which I love, and it's its focus on statistics as opposed to attributes, which a lot of people have been gearing towards recently with the whole Moneyball wave that's going around Football Manager. This skin would be perfect if you enjoy playing Moneyball. Now, the reason is because with the Musterman skin, when you download it up here, there's actually two versions it will download. You'll get the Graphical skin and also the Numerical skin. Now, the Graphical skin doesn't have numbered attributes. It's all color-coded, so you get a rough idea of how good a player is, but not a true idea. Whereas the Numerical skin has all of the attribute numbers that you're used to, but both skins are really focused on the Moneyball data. Before I show you them though, I'll quickly show you how to install them. So basically, you'll hit this download now button, then it will begin to download, or there'll be a button up here that says manually download if nothing's happening. Once you click this button, it will begin to download. Once it's fully downloaded, click into it and you will see some folders. Now, if you take the two folders that are called Musterman Skin Graphical and Musterman Skin Numerical, you'll be able to drag them into your Football Manager skins section, which can be found here. Basically, you go to your FM23 folder and in there, you'll be able to click into skins. In the skins section, as you will see, you'll be able to paste in these two folders, Musterman Graphical Light and Musterman Numerical Light. So once you've got them both installed, you then need to head over into Football Manager. I've already done it, but once you load up Football Manager, you can head to the preferences section. In there, you will see skin, and believe it or not, you need to choose whichever Musterman skin you're interested in. I'm going to show you both here. Firstly, we'll start off with the Numerical skin, which will make sense for people who aren't ready to take that dive into a non-attribute skin just yet, but still want to test out Moneyball features. Once you've done that, hit reload skin, and after a few seconds, maybe a minute or so, the skin will load and it will look like this. It's got the credits over here, people that are being thanked, and on that section, you will see a bunch of different skins. So if you want to try other ones, they're all listed here and you can go and download them. But let's use my Aberdeen save as an example. Now, this is an old version of the save that I've been testing this skin out of, and if you do want to see the Aberdeen save, you can find it linked on my channel under the description. But straight away here, you'll be seeing Football Manager with the Musterman skin installed, and it says light skin. It's definitely a light skin because it's very bright. You might be someone that likes this style, you might not, but there's certainly features that are great within this skin. I actually am coming to like it the more I had it. At first, it was a lot for me to take in, but the more that I've had this light skin on, I am enjoying it. First, I'll start off with the player profiles, which is the main part of the skin and shows all that data and numerical stuff, and then afterwards I'll show the non-numerical version, and then I'll show you all the secrets that I found while looking around in this skin. So let's take a player here and take a look at him. So let's try Leighton Clarkson. We have him on loan currently from Liverpool in this save, and with the Numerical skin on, this is a player profile. Now, it's meant to make it a lot more true to life. Now, straight away, we're greeted with his season stats, his appearances, his minutes, his goals, his average ratings, his assists, all of the key information, as well as his performance in the last game and his overall stats from this season. 0 key tackles, 47 key passes. You also get his roles and duties here, his additional focuses, so you can do training from this screen. You get all of his attributes in the attribute version of the skin. You've got your physical attributes here, some of your other ones up here, and you get the coach's report of what's good and what's bad. You'll see it slowly switching between the two, so you get an idea of how many cons they've got, how many negatives they've got, but this is my favourite part down here. You get given a graph which shows his key statistics per 90 this season compared to other players in the league, and it shows you that Leighton Clarkson is performing well above average in most of these key statistics, and you also get everything else written here: his clearances over the season, his pressures completed, crosses attempted, pass completed. So maybe you're looking for a great presser in midfield. Instead of using attributes, you'll be trying to find someone who has a lot of pressures completed, tackles attempted, whatever it might be. But if you don't want to do it over the course of the season, you can also filter based on per 90 to see what's that player's XG per 90, expected assists. Everything you would want to know is on this screen. You've got a graph of his recent form, and you could imagine without the attributes, it's going to completely change the way you play FM in terms of how you judge if a player is good or not. This would be a great way to learn before you jump over to that non-attribute skin, which we'll take a look at now. Without the numerical attributes, this is what you'll be looking at. Now, it's quite scary at first just seeing these boxes, but I'll explain what it means. So, Jaden Richardson here is a very fast player, but obviously in real life you wouldn't know out of 20 exactly what his attribute for acceleration was and exactly his attribute of pace. I guess those two statistics maybe are ones that you could calculate a bit more accurately, but when it comes to something like technique, decision making, all of that stuff is very hard to numerically justify. However, in this skin, we have a graphical representation where you can figure out if someone's okay at something, bad, good, or really good. So dark blue in this case means really good. The less shaded in the cell, basically, the worse the player is. Now, if you don't like the blue colours and it's a bit confusing to you, you can very easily change this in your preferences if you go to the FM button. Once you're in preferences, go to advanced and then click skin colours, and then you could change your attributes to be whatever colour you want. So maybe you'd want low attribute as red, excellent attribute as green. You could then reload the skin and those changes will take place. I would suggest you change that to your liking, but let's keep it as how it looks for now. Obviously, this now makes it a lot harder for us to judge a player, and instead we're going to have to focus a lot more on these statistics to find out what kind of player we want. We can see Jaden Richardson is performing well above average, and again we can use all of these statistics here to figure out if this player would be a good sign-in, if we should be using him, if we should relegate him to the reserve side. All of that information you can find here. But I did want to show you some extra secrets with this skin that I really liked. So obviously the whole skin is changed, it's not just those player profile sections, but there's a few unique things about this skin. For example, the club profile is meant to look like the website of the club. If we go to the news section, it's actually meant to look like the BBC News sports page, which I really like, because even though you can't click on top scorers, FIFA World Cup, FA Cup Women, or anything like that, it does look like how it would look in real life, and I know because I use this website most days. But you can actually click into all these individual news items to find out more about them. They're the normal news items, they're just laid out to look a more realistic way, I suppose, and this is quite cool. I definitely think so anyway. If you go to your inbox and then go to your social feed, instead of it just being a load of random tweets, it's actually laid out like Twitter would be, or in this case, Mumble. Now, it's not quite Twitter, but it's very similar. The tactics page is obviously a lot lighter, and if you enjoy playing with this light style, then go for it. I know some people this isn't going to be their cup of tea because they're so used to the normal dark styles in Football Manager, but if you are into your light skins, I really like the look of this. Club vision as well, you've got your chairperson up there, everything you'd want to know is on this screen and laid out in a nice way, and overall, I actually quite like this. Whether I'll use it long term, I'm not sure, but I do like what they've tried to do here, and I think if you are trying a Moneyball save or something similar, this could be the perfect skin for you. So let me know if you would use it in the comments down below. Let me know your thoughts as well. Hopefully you have enjoyed this video. If you have, smash the like button for us. Check out my channel and the Aberdeen save linked in the description. But most of all, have a great day everybody, and I'll see you next time. Thank you and goodbye.